Do you ever get stressed? Do you ever get worried and anxious or feel sad or mad or whatever? It's normal, you're human, but I want to share how I manage my emotions and the things that inevitably come up as a teacher, a mom, a stepmom, all of these things, who wants to show up well, who doesn't want her emotions to take over her, and who wants to be a steady, stable parent who is there for her kids and who is there and able to be a good leader and example. And so I want to share some strategies because I know you do too, and maybe you're a mom, maybe you're not, but I hope these tips help. And honestly, this is one of the things I think about the most, is that if you're able to take care of yourself or your emotions or your finances or anything that I talk about on this channel, your kids will thrive. We all want to help our kids and help get them educated and help them be smart and healthy and all those things. But it always goes back to you. I realized this when I went into teaching. I'm like, so many adults are suffering. If we take care of our adults, our kids will be better because the adults struggling is impacting the kids. And so this conversation is important, and there'll be many, many more, but let's dive into those emotions. The first thing you need to do is learn about yourself. Go through your whole history, your story. You don't have to go through it all specifically, but just get to know yourself. Get to know your triggers. Get to know what struggles you have. Get to know what bothers you. Get to know what you need. So maybe you need to work on some past stuff. Maybe you need to work on some things that are within you that you didn't really understand or realize. But then you also need to know what fills you up, what makes you be a better person, be a better mom. When I know, okay, I need to exercise, I need to eat whole foods and eat lots of fruits and smoothies in the morning and things of that nature. I know I need to learn and work and create and teach and serve. Those things make me feel good and fill me up. And then I'm able to be happier. That's what makes me happy. So find the things that make you feel healthy and happy, and then do those things. When you do that, it's 1,000 times easier to handle your emotions because number one, you feel happier, and number two, you feel healthier and able-minded, and you've already got stuff done. If you feel like you're owning yourself and your life and you're feeling fulfilled, it's so much better. Think of kids, they get to do what they want most of the time, a lot of them if they're lucky, and they're so happy overall. And so how can you bring a little bit of that into your own life? I challenge you, don't just let adulthood take that childlike spirit out of you. How can you nurture that? How can you take care of yourself so you can take care of others? So going along with this, write a list and figure out what your daily vitamins are, not your multivitamin or vitamin D or B12, whatever it is. Actually write a list of a few key things that make you feel better, that make you perform better. Is it getting a certain amount of sleep? Is it eating a certain type of food? Is it getting 30 minutes to read? Is it working on a project or a side hustle that you have? Is it talking to friends? What fills you up and what is something you can reasonably do? Know the list, write the list, share it with your spouse, share it with your partner, and then figure out how you can get more of those things in. It's a lot easier to go do all these things and run around and help and deal with the emotions of other people when you get some fuel in yourself, right? If you're just depleted and drained and you don't have any energy, things just bother you more and irk you more, or you're just not acting like you normally would if you had rest, if you had some fun in your life or things that brought you joy. And it's not saying your kids don't bring you joy, but you got to fill up your tank. You got to fill up your tank and come up with some non-negotiables. So maybe you can't do all 10 things. You wrote this amazing list. That's awesome. But it doesn't mean you're going to get to do all of them every day. Maybe you can. Maybe be strategic. I'm all about playing life on offense and scheduling it in. Maybe you have to, maybe you wake up early and you get a lot of those things in, right? But you can't just go, oh, I didn't get this in. Now I'm just going to be a horrible mom, or I'm going to let my emotions get the best of me. I will notice, and I always am self-aware and will go, oh, if I would have done this, I probably would have been able to have my cup more full and I probably wouldn't have reacted that way, right? And so it's helpful, but give yourself one or two non-negotiables that you schedule into the calendar and you make happen, that if you get at least that one or two things in, it will change the day and change how you show up. You know that thing. What is that one thing that just helps you perform better. It also might be helpful to increase your emotional intelligence. I learned about this in college. I was introduced to this concept specifically through self-awareness and through some of my human development and psychology and family relationship courses. And so I learned about the importance of being aware of yourself. Why do you act how you act? How are you acting right now? How are you showing up? Then learning about other people and getting to read their emotions, understanding what to do when you have an emotion. Hey, I notice that emotion. I recognize and can label it and say, ooh, I'm feeling angry or jealous or upset or excited. And then having a tool or tools to do when you feel that, right? It's okay to feel angry. It's okay. Like, that's a normal human emotion. It might not be fun, but it's okay to feel that. So you feel the anger. You recognize, oh, I'm angry. And then you can stop it. Instead of just people all the time, or kids and even adults, because they didn't learn the skill. It's just a skill. You get angry and you don't even realize it. And then you start yelling or you scream or people hit. Or that is all. If you can catch it and start noticing, I'm starting to feel angry right now. Oh, that's anger. Okay. I don't want to scream and yell and be out of control. So then I pull out a tool, right? And so when you have that emotional intelligence and you're able to understand your emotions and understand other people's emotions and empathy and compassion and social skills, there's a whole bunch on this, but it makes it easier. So you really want to work on that. I have a book. I'll pop it here to recommend to you. And I'm thinking of doing more on this because I'm so passionate about this. I didn't want to show up like I usually showed up as a kind, helpful, serving person, or just quiet and not like at least putting any negativity in the world. But then as you become an adult and you have more responsibilities and more things happen or deal with certain things, like you're going to experience more emotions. And so you have to become a master of them so they don't become a master of you. I also recommend improving your core. So maybe you have your own core, your vitamins, but your core of like the basics. Eating. How are you eating? How are you fueling your body? What are you allowing yourself to think? Right? What are you exposing yourself to? I really am careful about what I consume, not just with food, but with media or gossip or other things. I stay away from all that draining negative stuff. And then like basic stuff like sleep or exercise. So always go back to the core and look at that. And it makes such a big difference when you are taking care of your body how it's meant to be taken care of. It can be hard. It's not easy. I totally get it and empathize with that and recognize it. But it's a game changer. I think if more people took care of their health and some of these core things and their environment and what they focused on, you would have more energy, you would have more positivity, and you would see things differently. The world isn't as it is. It's literally how you are. Have you ever had a day where you feel so good and then the same day, like same situation, same place, same work environment, same people, and it's bad? Okay? It's because certain things came up, but it's also your mindset around it or how you handled it. And so the world isn't as it is, it's as you are. So if you can work on how you are, how you show up, the world, like your world will literally change. Do more of what you love, like please. And I know some people do jobs that they don't love. And so that's a huge part of your day that you're not loving. And so if you can get to a different job or get to a place, like I talk about this on my channel, that's why I'm so passionate about money, because I think it can hurt us and impact a lot of these things and impact our core and our spirits and all of that stuff and our options. But do more of what you love. When you do more of what you love, you are more love. And you are innately love and light and happiness and goodness. And so when you do more of what you love or things you look forward to, like have those things on the calendar, it's easier to go through your life. Be prepared for battle. Be on offense. And so this can happen with many things. But if you are organized, in charge, like that is so awesome. Have you ever seen teachers or thinking about grown-ups in your life? You know those that are organized. Like stuff happens even for the most organized and efficient people. But when you're prepared, when you're organized, when you're on top of things, you notice and your kids notice. It's so awesome. And so getting your systems down, getting your routines down, being in control of yourself, that is going to make everything easier, right? Like when you take care of yourself or when you have money. Like if something stressful happens or if your kids spill all over their nice new clothes that you just bought them, you're like, okay, I have money. I have the resource and the ability to go ahead and pay for it. And that's why I talk about it, so that it's not a big deal. It isn't like, oh my gosh, I worked so hard at a job I don't even like, and then now you spilled this, and and I just worked hard to buy those clothes, and now I have to clean them. It just is this spiral of things. It's just this big spiral. But if you can be prepared for battle in multiple ways in organizing and scheduling and having calendars and systems, it's going to make your life easier and make you better equipped to handle things. Don't be afraid to get help. I know some people, it's not just a fear thing or they don't want to burden people or things like that. It literally is they don't have access to people or they don't have the financial means to pay for someone or they don't live around family. But if you can get help, get it. And if you're not in a place where you can yet, work to get to that place, because it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference when you have support. Or like if my husband is home and maybe I had a long day and it's just been a really long week or whatever, and I just need a minute. Like I'm just noticing these emotions rise in myself. I'm feeling stressed because I have all these goals and things and a bunch of different hats and a bunch of different things, and I have high standards too. And so, then I can just step away for a second. Like, hey, Chase, can you come here for a minute? Or, hey, can you take him for a second? Right? Or can I go step away for a minute? Knowing those things about yourself and having that help where I can just literally go step away for 15 minutes, 10 minutes and go do one of my strategies or read or just be by myself and calm down. Like, it's really important to learn how to manage your own emotions, but I think it's another skill to manage your emotions around other people, right? Because I know what to do and I always knew how to handle my emotions as an individual. But when I became a mom and having a family and being around other people, like as a mom, I can't just go, hey, to a 2-year-old, I need to go step away for 20 minutes or whatever. When that would have worked, just being by myself and being with my own energy would have worked. You can't really necessarily do that. You could maybe put on a TV program and just kind of chill for a minute, or there are some things you could do, or that's why a lot of moms are, go be around other moms and they go talk and support each other. But it's a learning process and it's okay to learn these things, but it's important to learn these things because it'll make everyone's life easier. Structure and plan. So this goes back to some of the playing life on offense and being ready for battle. But if you have a structure, if you have a plan, like it can make everything easier. Number one, you're getting things that you want to do or need to do done. And you can also have peace of mind. Like, okay, I've gotten this done already, or I'm going to do this. And it just helps you to be able to navigate things instead of also, if you don't do that, then you're like, oh no, I forgot about this. That could cause an emotion and a lot of unnecessary emotions, or being disorganized can just cause you more anxiety and stress. When you are prepared, when you have a plan, when you have it set, when you have everything arranged, like my husband and I have weekly meetings and we talk on Sunday, we have our meeting together and we plan out the next week and we talk about the normal stuff that pops up. We talk about maybe some different things and who's responsible and what and how we're going to deal with it so that we're prepared. Things still come up even if you prepare, but it makes it so much easier instead of like, oh, okay, what's happening today? And oh my gosh, like it's been this long, I haven't made appointments. And like the better you're able to be a manager of yourself and a manager of your family and your life, the better you feel. When it's taken care of, you're taken care of, In order to handle your emotions as well, time with your spouse is critical. You got to make that time to be with your spouse and to spend that quality time together. Like you need it. And so make sure you give yourself that time and schedule it in and just be intentional about it. Be intentional about like being with your teammate. They're your teammate for a reason. And so make sure, it can be hard when you're a parent or there's a lot of responsibilities and things, but always go back to taking care of you and then taking care of your partner and then taking care of your kids and then taking care of others. Like I always go back to that. I always am like, what can I do to take care of myself? Oh, let's take care of each other. How can we take care of each other and our relationship? Oh, okay. How can I take care of my kids? How can I take care of others? And if anything's out of whack or if everything feels stressful taking care of too many people, I always pull back and take care of myself and do what I need to do. And then I go right in that order, take care of my husband and I take care of my kid, like exactly. And so there's times where, of course, you can't just go, oh, got to go take care of myself. I think some people misinterpret that. But when you are always making sure you're being your best or taking care of yourself, and going through that order, it's so much easier to show up for other people. You're doing a great job. I hope this was helpful. I hope that it was insightful in some way or that I can support you. If you want more support, feel free to follow the page and also check out this video on a beginner's guide to emotional intelligence that can help you to start understanding your emotions and understanding what emotional intelligence is so you can be more emotionally intelligent in your life and in your relationships and for your kids.